Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 Call of Duties of all time. This is going to be backed up by IGN.com. If you do want to read it, then I will put a description down below for you guys to read. This video is gonna consist of a few games in the background. Right now I'm using the SVA. I forgot the map's name, I'll be honest, but SVA is still doing bits, I'm not gonna lie, even though it's the first assault rifle out. If you do want to see a full setup video on this, I will link it down in the description below, and I will also put a pop-up banner above if you guys want to see that now. Starting off with a number 10, it is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. IGN said that Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War sets itself apart from other entries in the legendary franchise by how much it excels when your gun is actually holstered. While Call of Duty is obviously known for its world-class shootouts with explosions around every corner and edge of your seat moments, Black Ops Cold War added another wrinkle to the formula. The campaign takes place during the most critical moments of the Cold War, and we get time to learn more about our covert ops crew and at our safe houses and sneak around KGB headquarters as a Russian double agent. These moments are quiet in the best ways, and they make the louder ones even more impactful. Black Ops Cold War's multiplayer fell a little short, but its zombies mode was a very good highlight. Sure, we would have loved some more content, but it provided a highly polished and tense gameplay sessions we still think about today. Personally, I wouldn't say this is number 10. I've got a completely different top 10, but obviously I'm going to do what's backed up by research at first, so this is what most people are voting for. Number 9, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2011 version, so on the PS3, Xbox 360 and PC, I believe. IGN has said that there were some big issues with 2023's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, but 2011's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 did a great job of irritating and improving on what came before. Its multiplayer added new elements such as weapon progression, proficiencies and more. But what it did best was create one of the most compelling and addicting Call of Duty multiplayer experiences ever made up to that point. The campaign was fun enough, and even though it isn't one of our favorites, it had the amazing set pieces and wow moments that made this franchise so popular. It was also the conclusion of one of the most beloved Call of Duty trilogies ever, and that itself was another reason it was worth the admission price. I agree with that. I definitely do think Modern Warfare 3 is up there. I just don't think it's 9. I believe it is a bit lower. It is definitely lower in my eyes, because that is one of the first games that I was proper into, like the weapon progressions, the XP leveling up and everything, playing with your friends, the gold guns, especially the gold ACR and the MP7. Ooh, those were my guns back then. The multiplayer. My campaign I didn't play as much, I just completed it once. It was sad. I did finish it with my cousins, so because we were proper into gaming and Call of Duty, we were very excited with the campaign, but that one time was good enough. It's not something that I would play again, but everyone obviously remembers Soap's death in Modern Warfare 3. Now we are going to move to number 8 on the list, which is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was notable for many reasons, including that it featured the series' first branching narrative and arsenal of futuristic weaponry. While it continued the Cold War era story from the original Black Ops, it also took us to 2025 to experience a whole new Cold War that centered on Alex Mason's son David. Oh, and don't forget that Raul Menendez is one of the best villains in the entire franchise. Black Ops 2's multiplayer also had a few firsts, like the pick 10 system and score streaks, adding a welcome level of depth and customization to the experience. Throw in its zombies mode, which was the perfect laugh-filled alternative to the campaign and multiplayer, and Black Ops 2 is still a standout Call of Duty game over a decade later. Once again, with this Call of Duty, I don't think it's meant to be number 8. I think it should be much higher. Like I said, I did grow up on these games. I did put in hours into these games. So I definitely do think it's higher. Like I said, if you guys do want me to do a personal, top 10, then let me know in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Now into number 7, which is Call of Duty World at War. IGN has said Call of Duty World at War brought us back to World War II after the roaring success that was Modern Warfare's contemporary setting, but it did so in a different way. Instead of simply going back to Normandy and D-Day for the whatever time, the story focused on the Pacific Theater and the Red Army's reversals of the tide at Stalingrad to the fall of Berlin. The campaign was filled with a ton of close quarters combat moments, many of which were in tight, packed trenches, and for the first time let you play with up to 3 other friends. What World at War may forever be remembered for, however, was its introduction of what we now know as Zombies mode, or Nach der Untoten as it was called. Its multiplayer was also a hit, as it brought it in much of what made Modern Warfare great and adapted it for the era the game was set in. I do agree with that. I do believe World at War is definitely one of the games up there. It's one of the first games that made the game go on the map like that, the way everything changed compared to the other Call of Duties before that. And I definitely do agree it's in the top 10. Personally, I don't know where it'd be. Number 6 in IGN's list is Call of Duty. Just Call of Duty. Call of Duty first appeared on the scene in 2003 at a time when Medal of Honor and Battlefield 1942 were at the top of their game, proving what could be done in the World War II genre. But Call of Duty did a number of things that would immediately set it apart, including choosing to tell its story from the perspective of not only the United States but also Britain and the Soviet Union. It also had you going into battle with other soldiers by your side instead of having you face the horrors of war alone, and that led to a more which visually and audibly showed the dangers and consequences of large explosions and brought us closer to the war than ever before. While it's obvious a little out of date 20 years on, the campaign is still great fun to play, and it's impossible to understate the foundation it built for the future of not just Call of Duty series but first-person shooters as a whole. Now, I can't really say anything about just Call of Duty. If I did play Call of Duty, I don't think I'd remember. It was a 2003 game. Bear in mind I was born in 2001, so I doubt I played it. I think the first ever Call of Duty was World at War, and the oldest one I played was World at War. First one I visually remember is Modern Warfare 2. Now we are going to go into the top 5. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, But number 5 is Call of Duty Black Ops. Call of Duty Black Ops took us to the 1960s to learn the story of CIA operative Alex Mason. From the first moments in that chair in the interrogation room to one of the best twists in the entire franchise, we couldn't get enough of the story that also had the star power of Sam Worthington, Ed Harris, and Gary Oldman. We previously ranked Black Ops campaign as Call of Duty's best, and we stand by it today. So IGN are saying that they do believe Call of Duty Black Ops campaign is the best when it first came out and is still the best today. Black Ops multiplayer is just as iconic, and some of the maps including Firing Range and Nuketown are still favorites in 2023 as they have been brought forward multiple times. The multiplayer suite also introduced COD points, which changed how things were unlocked and made progression feel fresh again. Nazi Zombies returned too, except this time as a full-fledged mode, and it even let you play as JFK, Fidel Castro, Richard Nixon, or Robert McNamara. There was also an unlockable mode that played like a retro arcade version. It was all wonderful. So I do remember Black Ops 1 quite a lot, the original Black Ops, and I would say this is definitely true. Definitely in my top 5. It was a goated game. Like I said, the amount of hours I put into that game, the multiplayer maps, the zombies maps, the campaign, everything was just perfect about that game. I literally can't fault it that much. Maybe the quick scoping wasn't, as good as MW2, but it was close to it. I would say it's very good quick scoping as well if you got the hang of it. But my Black Ops 1 was a different beast of a game when it came out, and to be honest, if they did make a remastered version of it, I think I'd put in the same amount of hours as I did back then. Now we're gonna move in to number 4. So this is IGN saying Call of Duty 2 is 4th. Call of Duty 2 was an incredible achievement on its own, but its timing was just as important. The follow-up to the original Call of Duty arrived as a launch title for Xbox 360 and demonstrated what next gen actually meant back then. While the original Call of Duty was impressive, the power of Xbox 360 alongside advancements in PC tech led to World War II experience like never before. One of the most notable examples was the smoke grenades, as they were a great showcase for what the devs could do to make a more realistic experience. Not only were they a sight to behold as the smoke billowed up, smothered the screen, but they could also be used tactically to get out of a tough situation. With Call of Duty 2, the feature was here, even if the multiplayer still only allowed for 8 players in a match on Xbox Live. Call of Duty 2, I don't even know when it came out, to be honest. Maybe 2005, I'm not sure, maybe even before that, but from what IGN are saying, they do look like that game did look like a game changer in the industry, even though it was only for Xbox and it didn't allow as many people to play with each other back then. Now we are in the top 3, so like I said, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. We are in the top 3 now, and let's see, man, what they have to say. IGN are saying number 3 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the 2019. Wow, I'm quite surprised with that one. I definitely don't think that. But they are saying spoilers, we love Modern Warfare, and that Adobe extends to 2019's Modern Warfare, the game that rebooted a classic that in itself was a tough task, but Infinity Ward passed with flying colors and created the best campaign since the original Black Ops. Indeed, the single player was packed with standout moments, from going dark non-linear stealth infiltration to Clean House, in which a team of SAS troops clear a pitch black terrorist hideout using night goggles, making split-second decisions to make sure it's a threat in the crosshairs and not an unarmed civilian. Modern Warfare's multiplayer was decent too, and tried to evolve one of the most beloved multiplayer games of all time to modern day with some nice additions, but its implementation wasn't perfect. That said, its new modes like realism and the 2v2 gunfight were great. Now, from my personal opinion, like I said, definitely not top 3, but I do think it's up there, like definitely in the top 10. I think it was a good game, especially when Warzone came out and COVID happened during that time and stuff, and it was nuts, I'm not gonna lie. But Modern Warfare was actually a very good game. Underrated. I do think it's very underrated. But now let's move on to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So this is number 2 on the list. 100% agree. It'd definitely be my top 3. I just don't know yet. I'd have to make a full video, but go down memory lane, see which one was my favorite and everything. But definitely Modern Warfare number 2, the 2009 version. IGN are saying Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare and its sequel Modern Warfare 2 are not only some of the best Call of Duty games ever, but also some of the best and most important games of all time. While Modern Warfare set the gold standard for what these first-person shooters could be, Modern Warfare pushed it to an even higher peak. We could talk about No Russian and the shocking revenge-filled campaign ending all day, but multiplayer is where this game truly shines, from its customizable kill streaks and progression challenges to the focus on bigger maps with a ton of players to the introduction of the cooperative Spec Ops maps. There was so much to love about its multiplayer mode, and the best part, it just improved on everything else we loved from Modern Warfare, which we can't wait to tell you about next. So IGN are saying Modern Warfare 2 is in the top 3. They didn't say it's the best, or they didn't say it's one of the worst ones. It was in its top 5, it was in its top 3. They think only one game is better than Modern Warfare 2, and they believe in number 1. Number 1 is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the 2007 version. They are saying Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 may have perfected the formula that Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare built, but new and shiny things can't always stack up to what it's like to experience something for the first time. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is the perfect example of that, and was a revolution that changed video games forever. That's something I do agree with 100%. That was absolutely nuts, that game. I did play Modern Warfare 2 before Modern Warfare, I believe, because obviously before that I didn't really play games like that. It's more like Street Fighter, but 100% agree, man. I believe if I played Call of Duty 4 first, my mind would have been as, it would have been as blown as what IGN are saying. So 100%, man. I do agree with it. Being first, I don't agree with it, but definitely within my top 5. They also said that this was the year that Call of Duty became the Call of Duty we know today, and it was thanks to a tag team assault of a fantastic campaign and legendary multiplayer experiences. We'll never forget being introduced to Soap and Captain Price for the first time, or when we got to jump into an AC-130 gunship, escape a cargo ship in the middle of a stormy sea, play through all gillied up, possibly the greatest Call of Duty campaign mission ever, and so much more. We'll also never forget the countless hours we happily sunk into multiplayer. I 100% agree with that. Earning kill streak after kill streak, unlocking every gun and challenge we could, finding the perfect perks, and winning or losing alongside our best friends. Those were the days we'll never forget. That is Call of Duty. So 100% agree, man. This Call of Duty was, I wouldn't say the best, but it was one of the best, definitely in my top 4. What they're saying, especially with the top 3, but from third onwards, I do think a few things could change. I do think Call of Duty Black Ops 3 should definitely be in there, man. That was a goated game. Black Ops 2 should be higher up. in that list of what they say. Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2. I'm not gonna lie, Modern Warfare 3, even though the campaign was so bad, I think it should be in the top 10, man. Especially the way multiplayer is. You can see that background in the gameplay, man. It's actually quite good. I'm really enjoying multiplayer on Modern Warfare 3. I don't know if it's just because it gives me that nostalgic feeling, but yeah. Also, Call of Duty Ghosts are very underrated. I know a lot of you are gonna shit on me because of that, but I do really think Call of Duty Ghosts is one of the top 10, man. Multiplayer was good, campaign wasn't too bad. Also, the guns in Ghost, the way the movement, everything, I don't know, just putting a suppressor on Ghost was sick, man. Ghost should definitely be in the top 10, I think. Any other ones, if there is any other, do let me know in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to watch the top 10 best multiplayer maps of all time. Let me know what you think of that one, because that one's quite controversial as well. So yeah, do let me know. If you do want me to do a zombies one, make sure to like and subscribe like I said. And yeah, other than that, hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, I'm going to say to make sure to like and subscribe. I'm still trying to get to 20 subscribers, and yeah.